I don't know if anyone's gonna hear this, but if you do, hey. But it's weird talking out loud. It's so weird. I don't like it. It's weird, and I want to kind of do this, but I feel like I can't because it's weird, and I don't like the sound of my voice. And I have to whisper. I've been feeling pretty confused lately. Well, not lately, it's like every day that I can remember. And I don't like to talk about things because it's weird and it's not something that I'm used to. I don't talk about how I feel to other people ever. Usually because whenever I get the chance, it gets messed up. My words don't come out right, so they don't really get the full picture of what I'm trying to say. And then I end up looking stupid. And this is making me really uncomfortable right now, and I don't know how loud I am or who can hear me or whatever. But yeah. I usually keep everything to myself. And I mean everything. I don't talk to anyone about anything. And I don't really know how to either. So I guess that's why I'm kind of forcing myself to do this, because I feel like maybe it'll help. Sort of. I'm not really sure what to talk about. Not even sure if this is gonna go up or not. Because again, this is weird and usually these are conversations I would have between me and my own conscience. My conscience, by the way, is an actual visual person that I've made up. I guess the character of my conscience has changed a lot over the years. It used to be a guy until I kind of kicked him out because, yeah, that's not because of like an identity issue or anything like that. It's a long story why my conscience used to be a guy. Okay, it's hard to explain. But usually when I talk about things, it's between me and my made up kind of character of a conscience. And I usually talk to my made up character conscience because I don't really have anyone else to talk to. Friends? No. Parents? No. And I feel like because for years, since I was at least like 10 years old, whenever I actually started to actually feel things, I don't know, it's like it started off when I started like really, I guess, feeling things and having problems and not understanding my emotions. I would try to go to my parents, but I always got shut down, and I guess that kind of messed me up in a way, because that made me, I didn't know that you could talk to your friends about things. I didn't really have any. Not because I was like a loser or something, but just because I don't know, I was just kind of invisible. Like, I was never bullied. I was never like made fun of, or I was never really like shunned by anyone at school or like called a social outcast or whatever. I was just there. That's all I remember from all my years of school. I was just there. Yeah, I had friends, like a few, maybe like 2 or 3, but never really hung out with them. Like, I just hung out with them at school, and then I would just come home and do whatever I did at home. But at school, like, yeah, I always wanted to have a bunch of friends and stuff, but I didn't know how to do that, so I kind of just remained invisible by default. But anyway, so yeah, I kind of, over the years, always being shut down whenever I talk to my parents or tried to talk to my parents or whatever. I was just tired of being shut down, I guess, and scared that I would be shut down or judged. So I kept to myself. Always, about everything. And that's why it was so important for me to come up with like this conscience persona that I could talk to. Even though, yes, this conscience helped me in a way just to make me feel less lonely, I guess. But even though I created the conscience to talk to, it also bullied me kind of at the same time. It was kind of like in a cartoon where like the angel would sit on one shoulder and the devil would sit on the other shoulder. That was my conscience. It was good because I could talk to my conscience, but at the same time, it put me down a lot. And I guess I'm talking about it as if it's another person, but it was really just me talking down to myself all the time. And even still to this day, like whenever I'm talking to myself in my head, I'll refer to my conscience as you, or when my conscience is talking back to me, it'll say we instead of just me or I. Sometimes I have to catch myself. I'll be like, wait, no, it's just me in here. So, I don't know. Pretty weird, but it's just how I've dealt with things always. It's probably how I'll always deal with things because I don't really know another way. And talking to people is so hard. It's so hard. And I know, I mean, like, duh, if you want to talk to someone, just open your mouth. Like, why should it have to be so difficult? Well, when it comes to me and personal stuff, it is. Because I've always had to kind of just keep it to myself. Because whoever I was trying to talk to was always too busy, or they would tell me I'm just being over dramatic, or I need to just get over it, or stop being ungrateful because people have way worse than me and I shouldn't complain about anything. I don't know, just stuff like that. And the things that were going on with me was mostly just my low self-esteem, and how I never really gave myself a chance to do anything, really. And whenever something would happen, whenever I would mess up, even if no one else was around to notice or say anything, I beat myself up so bad. I never self-harmed. I thought about it, wanted to. Because the closest I could get to that was like punching myself a lot, like physically punching myself. But I was always too scared to actually, do what all the other emo kids were doing at the time. And now too, I guess. But I don't know. This was just like kind of like a small part of what I want to start doing. It's just recording myself talking for once. I mean, if I can't actually talk to someone, then maybe I can just put my open thoughts out into the universe or whatever, and maybe something good will come from it for once. Or not. Maybe it'll blow up in my face somehow like everything else does. I don't know. We'll see. But it is 11:20 p.m. and probably gonna go to bed soon because I had a lot of blood drawn today because they think that I might have some kind of problem with my heart, and it was painful and horrible, and I've been really tired all day. So signing off, I guess. Bye. If anyone is hearing this, yeah, I don't know.